Welcome to the Explainer. You know those long, complicated documents we all just click agree on? Well, today we're actually going to read one and figure out what it all means.
We're diving into the privacy notice for Suno, that incredible AI music generator. I mean, this thing can whip up a whole song for you in seconds. But what's the catch? What does it learn about you in the process? That's what we're here to figure out, what you're really sharing every single time you hit that create button.
So here's our game plan. We're going to cover what you give Suno, what they collect automatically, how your data is used, who gets to see it, and finally, your privacy rights and controls. Let's get right into it.
All right, first up, what you give Suno. This is all the information you are actively, handing over when you use the service.
So right off the bat, you've got your basic contact information. We're talking your name, your email address, pretty standard stuff. No real surprises here.
And if you decide to upgrade to a paid account, they'll also collect your username, password, and of course your transaction details. Again, this is all pretty typical for any online service you pay for.
But now we get to the really interesting part, your content. Suno collects all the stuff you create and upload, and you might be surprised by just how much falls under that one little word, content.
Yeah, check this out. Content is not just the final song. Nope, it's the entire creative process. That means every text prompt, any data you upload, sounds, music, photos, even your back-and-forth conversations with the AI chat. All of it, plus the final music, is considered your content. That's a really key thing to understand.
Okay, so that's the stuff you're actively typing in. But that's not the whole picture. There's a whole other layer of data that Suno is collecting automatically just by you using the service. It's all happening behind the scenes.
They call this user activity information, and they gather it using tech like cookies. You can think of it as the digital breadcrumbs you leave behind every time you use their platform.
And this gives them a surprisingly detailed picture. We're talking your IP address, what browser you're on, when you log in, what pages you look at, even your device's hardware and operating system. And it gets more specific. They're tracking the features you use, like likes and comments, and even your most common search terms.
So, what in the world do they do with all this data? It's a fair question, right? Well, their policy breaks it down into 6 main uses, giving us a clear roadmap for where your information actually goes.
Okay, so a lot of this is what you'd expect. They use your data to run the service, communicate with you, market their stuff, and keep the platform secure. All pretty normal. But that last point, to develop and improve their products, that is where the AI angle gets really, really interesting.
And here it is, straight from the policy. They use all that content we talked about to, and I quote, train and enhance the models that power our services. This is the core trade-off. Your prompts, your chats, the music you make, it all becomes fuel to make their AI smarter. You're not just a customer, you're basically part of the R&D team. Which, of course, brings up the next big question. So, who else gets their hands on all this information? Let's take a look at who they share it with. All right, so they do share it with some folks. They have to, right? We're talking about their service providers, the third parties that help them run things like hosting and analytics. They'll also share it for illegal reasons, or if you explicitly consent. But here's the big one, and they're really clear about this. They do not sell your information to third-party marketers. That's a pretty important line in the sand.
Okay, now for what might be the most important section, your rights and controls. How do you actually manage your own data? Let's see what power they put in your hands.
First off, you can ask them to delete your information. The process is pretty simple. 1, contact them through their privacy email. 2, they'll verify it's really you. And 3, they'll delete your data. Now, there are a few exceptions. They might have to keep some info for legal reasons, but for the most part, you can get it wiped.
Now, this is really important. Your specific rights depend on where you live. Everyone has the right to know, access, delete, and correct their data. But if you're in Europe, you get some extra powers, like data portability, which means you can request your data in a format you can take to another service. US users don't have that specific right listed here.
So there you have it. Using a tool like Suno is a two-way street. You get an incredibly powerful tool to create music, and in return, your creativity helps power its evolution. Now that you understand the terms of this exchange, the only question left is, what will you create?